extraordinary and heroic day to everyone. Okay, so I hope you stay inspired, no, and excited dito sa magiging session natin this evening. So let's start. Okay. So as what Janica said, no, our topic for this session is about the leadership growth process. So how do we grow as leaders? Okay, before we formally start, no, I would want to know your expectations and siguro just give one word for this word leadership. I want to know kung ano ba yung tingin nyo or ano ba yung view nyo about leadership. Just one word. Sige, so diyan iikot yung magiging discussion natin ngayon, no? Advancement, gain. Okay, so diyan siya iikot lahat, no? About leadership and growth, no? So maybe magtatanong tayo ng pwede ba silang magkasabay? Ano ba sila? Are they two different ideas? Ano ba sila, no? So diyan iikot lahat ng discussion natin. Okay. So I'd like to formally start this session with this phrase, no, leadership as a journey. I would want to highlight, no, that leadership is not a title. It is actually a journey of continuous growth. And today, no, we will explore what it really takes to grow as leaders. Okay, so leadership is equals to growth, no, not position. So as I have said earlier. So leadership is not about reaching a final point, but it's about continually doing. So it's not a title, but process. So yung mga titles, yung positions, those are milestones. No, but true leadership is measured by relentlessness, adaptability, and how much good we create for others. No, so we have growth, no, through experience and reflection. And then leaders, they make people safe and valued. Okay, so let's have this question. No? So how can I grow as a leader if I still have a lot of things to learn? No, so since ang pinag-usapan natin dito is about leadership, no, and growth, maybe we are asking, kapag ba leader ka, kailangan ba nag-grow ka ba? Or you have to grow to become a leader? No, so ito yung unang question natin. How can I grow as a leader if I still have a lot of things to learn? Okay, so growth doesn't mean knowing everything. It means being willing to learn. So, minsan, iniisip natin na there are instances, no, na we decline offers or recommendation for promotion because sometimes we think na I'm not yet ready for the next position. Siguro may mga ganun naka-experience sa inyo na iniisip natin, ay, hindi pa ako nag-grow, hindi pa ako pwedeng maging leader. No? So we have to know, no, na leadership is a continuous growth. No? Hindi natin kailangan malaman lahat ng bagay kasi sa totoo lang, kahit na sinong tao, hindi alam lahat ng bagay. No? As long as we are willing to learn, no, we can be a leader. Okay, so the best leaders are the best learners. So on this slide, no, we will be talking about the tug of war, leading versus learning. So ano nga ba yung leading at ano nga ba yung learning? And can they go hand in hand? Okay. So leading means taking charge, no, influencing others and making decisions. No? It's actually an active part of moving people forward. But at the same time, we also need learning. No? And learning is about staying curious, asking for feedback, adapting, and letting go of old habits. So one without the other creates poor, no, leadership. No? So if we only lead without learning, we might become rigid. But if we only learn without, we may never take action. No, so that's why the two must go hand in hand. We grow in one by practicing the other. Okay, so what are the stages of leadership growth? So let's start with self-leadership. Okay, so self-leadership, no, actually leadership begins with the person in the mirror. No? So that's us. No? If we cannot lead ourselves, no, or if we cannot manage our time, emotions, and commitments, of course, we will also struggle to influence others. No? So that's why self-leadership is very important. No? It's about discipline, integrity, and self-awareness. So, in self-leadership, no, nandiyan papasok yung self-awareness. What are our strengths? What are our weaknesses? No? Ano yung mga blind spots natin? No? We should be aware of ourselves. No? And then, personal accountability. It's ownership, like showing up on time, honoring commitments, like pag may sinabi tayo, ginagawa ba natin? No? It's personal accountability. Sa self-leadership, dito rin papasok yung growth mindset mo or the extraordinary mindset, extraordinary heroic mindset. It's about seeing mistakes no as learning. So lahat ng yan, papasok yan sa self-leadership. Okay, for the stage 2, we have here the leading one-to-one. So once we learn to lead ourselves, the next step is leading others or leading one-to-one. So it's about influence, trust, and communication. People usually don't follow titles, no? They follow relationships. No? So that's why we also have to build relationships. Okay, so in leading one-to-one, we have to build trust and credibility. So dito rin papasok yung coaching, mentoring, and giving tips. And also understanding individual motivations. So for example, no, if you have a high-performing staff who suddenly disengages, actually yung leading at yung leading one-to-one is almost the same naman sila. Yung leading one-to-one is just one-to-one lang siya. Pag leading a team naman, marami na yung lead. So, for example, you as a leader, you already have a staff or you have a high-performing staff no, who suddenly disengages. Like, for example, nakuha na parang overtime, hindi na siya as motivated or as goal-driven as before. So, instead of just pushing, you take time to ask what's going on. Because leadership here is about listening and guiding. The next stage is leading teams. Okay, so leadership expands from individuals to groups. No? So leading teams is about alignment and making sure different personalities and skills work together toward the common goal. No? So actually, as we go a step higher, no, mas nagiging mahirap din yung nagiging leader. No? Kasi dito hindi na lang katulad ng leading one-to-one, no? Hindi na lang isa yung nililid mo. No? You lead teams, which is each one of us may iba't iba tayong mga personalities, may iba't iba tayong mga views. So dito siya papasok sa leading teams. No? It's about setting vision and direction for the group. It's about conflict management within the team and also encouraging collaboration over competition. Like, for example, you have an engagement and then you have a project or engagement team. Then yung engagement team na yun is split between two ideas. No? So you as a leader, your role is to facilitate discussion, to align everyone on the mission, and of course, to unify them behind one direction. No? So kahit na magkakaiba tayo ng views as a team, no? Kahit na magkakaiba tayo ng opinion, if we work as a team, of course, we have to decide as a team. So that is about leading teams. Stage 4 is about leading leaders. Okay, so this is more about multiplying influence. Of course, when you lead leaders, your impact grows because they in turn lead others. So this requires empowerment, trust, and letting go of control. No? So this is about delegating responsibility, not just TBH. It's more on actually delegating responsibilities. It's about coaching leaders, no, who also coach others and focusing on strategy, not micromanagement. No? So dito naman papasok, for example, when you just oversee supervisors or instead of checking every detail, no, you mentor them on how to handle their own teams effectively and of course empowering them to make decisions. No, so hindi na siya yung simpleng pag-instruct lang, okay, ganito yung gagawin. It's more on aligning them so they can decide also on their own teams. So dun papasok yung leading leaders. And then the last one that we have here is creating leaders. No? So this is actually the highest form of leadership. It's about creating leaders because great leaders don't just produce followers, no? They build more leaders. So dito papasok naman yung mga mentorship and succession planning, creating a culture of growth and empowerment, living values that inspire others to lead. So, for example, when you intentionally train, mentor, and give opportunities to promising staff, years later, they rise into leadership roles as well, no? And they credit you for helping them grow. No? Ako, I'm I'm actually a product of um a mentor, no, of a leader who create leaders. So um that's our objective, that's our goal for you as well, no? To you guys, as early as now, no, yung direction and yung goal natin sa inyo is for you as well to create this. Okay, so these stages remind us that leadership is a growth journey. You cannot skip steps. First, you have to lead yourself, because remember, you cannot lead others do not if you could not lead yourself. And then you lead others, you lead teams, and then you lead leaders, and then finally you create leaders. So again, leadership is not about position, it's about direction. Okay, so I inserted here our EH nodes, extraordinary and heroic. Remember that extraordinary is it's always beyond self, and heroic is for others. Okay, so what it takes to be a great leader? Because when we talk about leadership, it's easy to think about titles, positions, or being the smartest in the room. No? But real leadership is about something deeper. So first, a great leader is humble enough to learn. Kung matatandaan nyo, no, humility, no, it's really part of our pajamas brand of service, of our culture, no, humility. Kasi we are creating leaders, ano, and humility is an important ingredient to leadership. It's not about having all the answers. It's about being open to listening, growing, and learning even from your own team. So second, the great leader is brave enough to take responsibility. Leadership isn't just about success, no. It's about owning mistakes, standing up for what's right, and carrying the weight of decisions even when it's tough. Okay, so the third one is a great leader is caring enough to make others feel safe. So when people feel safe, no, they bring their best ideas forward. They are willing to take risks and they trust the team. So mapapansin niyo yan, no? Siguro dun sa mga nabasa ko dito na they are already leading a team, no? So mapapansin niyo yan, if your subordinates feel safe to share ideas, no? Or if they feel safe with you, no? Mararamdaman niyo at makikita niyo na nag-excel din yung mga staff or nag-share sila ng gusto. Hindi sila nahihiya or hindi sila natatakot na mag-take ng risk, no? Because that is one of the characteristics of being a great leader. And finally, true leadership means remembering that it's about what's best for the team, no? Not about being the best in the team. So a leader's role is to lift others, not just to shine alone. So madalas ko tong sinasabi na makikita mo yung leadership mo through your subordinates. Okay, so now let's look at the barriers, no, to leadership growth. So these are the things that can hold us back from becoming the leaders we're meant. So the first is fear of failure. Many people don't step up, no, because they're afraid of making mistakes. No? But failure is often the best teacher, and if we avoid it, we also avoid growth. No? Remember that. Second is ego and unwillingness to listen. So leadership is not always about being right. It's about being open to other perspectives. No? When ego takes over, we stop listening, and when we stop listening, we stop learning. Third one is we have the comfort zone, or not taking initiative. Growth doesn't happen where it's comfortable. Actually, isa rin to sa mga nagiging challenges kapag leader ka na. Of course, when you're a leader, nandun pa rin naman yung growth. Pero ito, isa to sa mga nagiging challenges, no, ng kapag leader ka na rin. Parang tinatawag mo nilang the plateau of success. Na parang nandun, since you're already at the top, or are already a leader, no, parang nandun na tayo sa comfort zone natin. Sometimes, no, we are too comfortable to the point na we do not volunteer for challenges, or we do not take risks, or we do not step forward since nandun na tayo. So, isa to sa mga challenges na nila. And finally, a major barrier is the lack of mentors or feedback. So katulad nung nabanggit ni Sherika kanina, no, we have to have our mentors. Of course, without guidance and honest feedback, it's hard to see our blind spots. No? So our mentors help us navigate challenges and accelerate growth. No? So that is also the purpose of having this age junior leadership. No? This is for everyone, you know, we want to guide you to become a leader too. So if we want to grow as leaders, no, we have to recognize these barriers and actively work to overcome them. This by facing failure, setting aside ego, stepping out of our comfort zone, and seeking mentorship. Okay, so how to grow as a leader? So what are the tips, no, for navigating the journey? Okay, so great leaders are not passengers, no? So hindi tayo nakikisakay lang, no? We are active and intentional navigators of our own development. So that means we have to take ownership of our own growth with a clear roadmap and consistent action. Okay, so first step is to pinpoint your location through self-assessment. So before you know where you are going, you need to know where you are. So this means you have to have honest self-reflection. No? You also have to seek feedback from others, no, through performance reviews, 360-degree feedback, or just a candid conversation, no, with your manager, mentor, or your colleagues. No? Sometimes the things we can't see about ourselves, others can point out, no? Especially our leaders. No? Since sila nakikita din nila kung ano yung mga hinahawakan ng engagements. Sometimes we think na we are not good enough, no? But then, pag kinausap mo yung leader mo, ma-list down niya sa'yo kung ano-ano na yung mga na-accomplish mo, ano na yung mga nagawa mo, no? So, it's really good to have feedbacks from other people, no? Especially your leaders. So next is to define your next level goals. So what's the next stage we're preparing for? So you have to identify 1 to 3 skills or mindsets that are most critical for you right now. This is actually aligned with our performance evaluation. Pag babalikan yung performance evaluation that currently we have there yung parang things to improve, or first, ano ba yung mga improvement from last month? And then, what are the 3 weaknesses that you would want to improve this month mo? Kasi doon makikita natin ano ba yung mga next level ng goals natin. So, for example, you're already leading a team. No? Doon na lang sa example sa mga nagsagot kanina. For example, you're already leading a team. Your goal might be to learn to delegate outcomes, not just TBAs, no? So your team feels empowered, and you can also free up 20% of your time for strategic work in the next 6 months, no? So instead of just delegating TBAs, you can delegate outcomes. Third step is to choose your development methods. So now that you know your goals, you have to decide on the vehicles to get there. So growth doesn't happen by accident. No? So these methods could include formal training, no? Example, yung mga workshops, certificate programs, mga formal training. Next is coaching and mentoring. No? It's about finding a mentor or a coach who has mastered what you're working on. Next is experiential training or learning. So it's about volunteering for stretch assignments or projects that push you outside your comfort zone. So if your leaders assign you a TBA or a responsibility na is out your scope or hindi mo siya nagagawa pa before. Like for example, inassign ka niya sa isang leadership program or binigyan ka niya ng assignment sa ibang internal programs that we have, SCP. So you have to grab that opportunity. Kasi that's outside of your comfort zone and it will help you grow. So leadership growth doesn't just happen, no? We grow when we take ownership of our journey, set clear goals, and of course, commit to action. Okay, let's now proceed to core practices for growth. So how leaders grow daily. Since sabi nga natin kanina, no, leadership growth doesn't happen overnight, doesn't happen by an accident. No? So it happens little by little, no, every single day. So how do leaders grow daily? So first is self-reflection. So a great leader takes time to pause and ask, how did I do today? What worked? What didn't? And what can I improve tomorrow? Kasi kung hindi tayo nag-reflect, we just keep repeating the same mistakes. For example, I keep on missing deadlines or missing reports. So, we have to take time to reflect. Ano ba yung nag-work sa akin? Mas madali ba para sa akin kung sabay-sabay ko silang gagawin? Or mas madali ba para sa akin kung unti-unti ko silang gagawin? No? So, you have to have self-reflection. Second is learning. No? Again, leaders never stop learning. So, this could be through reading, listening to podcasts, attending trainings, or even learning from people around you. May yung mga small talks or mga chit-chats, no, when it comes to work, career, or anything that motivates you, it could really help as well. No? Remember that every day is a chance to pick up something new. Third is feedback. No? Actually, ito yung minsan mahirap tanggapin, no? That feedback is good. No? It shows us blind spots, it gives us a chance to grow faster, and the great leaders actively ask for it. No? Hindi lang ito hinihintay. Usually, hinihingi talaga natin siya. Fourth is courage. So leadership requires courage to make tough decisions, to try something new, and to admit when you're wrong. So without courage, growth stalls. And finally, service. I think merong nag-chat nito kanina no, sa chat box natin about leadership, no? Service, no? So, of course, the heart of leadership is service. Leaders grow when they shift the focus from themselves to others, about helping, supporting, and lifting the people around them. Okay, so we have here the leadership growth cycle. So, let's break it down. Okay, so first is learn, no? Leaders are always students, no? Pwede itong formal training, books, or simply observing other leaders. No? So, for example, you read a book on delegation or you attend a short workshop on communication. This one that we do, no, yung junior leadership, it's about learning. Second is we apply. Of course, learning is useless kung nasa utak lang natin siya. No? We have to practice it. No? So, kung ano man yung mga natutunan niyo from day one of the H Junior Leadership, it is very important to apply it in our work. No? Actually, hindi lang sa work natin, in our lives. So, for example, dun sa example natin kanina about learning about delegation. So, kayo, kung meron na kayong nililid na team or meron na kayong nililid kahit isa lang, no? You have to apply that, no? So you can assign a project to your teammate or you can give them ownership, no, of the project or TBAs. Third one is reflect. No? So after applying, pause and ask, how did it go? Kung ano yung nag-work, ano yung kailangan ni-improve. So katulad ng example natin kanina about delegation. So for example, ayun, nakapag-delegate ka na, no? And then time to reflect, no? Realize that you gave too much detail, no? To the point that you did not allow your team to make decisions. So you have to take note of that, no? Kasi maybe it's something that you have to improve. So, doon na papasok yung fourth phase, no? Which is improve, no? Ito yung part na ina-adjust mo na. You fine-tune your approach na. So, next time, no, instead of telling them step by step, you only share the outcome you expect and then let them figure it out. So, that way, mas lalabas kung ano yung ideas din ng team mo. Then, after improve, finally is repeat. Of course, the cycle continues. That's why it's called leadership growth cycle. So every new situation gives you another chance to learn, apply, reflect, and improve. So growth is ongoing. Extraordinary and heroic leaders don't just keep the learning to themselves. No? They multiply it by sharing. So kaya habang natututo ka, tinuturuan mo rin. Okay. So when I talk about leadership, the EH way, no? Ito yung palagi na nating nababanggit naman, extraordinary and heroic. No? So extraordinary means going beyond what is expected, not just for yourself, no, but for the common good. Then heroic means choosing what benefits others, no, even at the cost to yourself. Sometimes it means sacrifice. So for example, no, sa extraordinary, instead of just finishing your assigned report, no, you also help improve the process so that the whole team saves time in the future. Actually, may mga gumagawa nito as early as mga level 1 or yung mga associates natin, meron na silang ginagawang marami na yung gumagawa ng ganito, no? Like, for example, when you have a specific TBA, no, sa engagement, ikaw as an associate, inaral mo siya, and then ginawa mo siya, no? Kasi yun yung TBA mo eh, ginawa mo siya. And then there comes a new hire. So yung new hire, magiging part siya ng engagement team or magiging part siya ng team mo. So by experience lang din. No? Merong mga associates na talagang gumagawa sila ng own ways nila on how to teach yung mga new hires nila or mga new members of the team. Like, nagre-record sila ng training, tapos ipaparinig nila or ipapakita nila yun sa new hire. So that is actually extraordinary. No? And then heroic naman, for example, you stay late to help a teammate meet a deadline even if you had other personal plans. So, for example, hindi ka naman part ng engagement na yon, and then you take time, no, personal time to help that employee in need. So that's actually heroic. Okay, so let us have a group activity. Dito sa group activity na to, no, so we call it if leadership and group for one picture. So madali lang ito, no? No, you just have to think of one image that comes to your mind, no, when you hear leadership and growth together, no, together. Example, a tree or a bridge, no, anything, no. And then pick one word that explains why you choose that picture. Kahit hindi siya one word, you just have to explain it later kung bakit yun yung napili yung one image about leadership and growth. Okay, so we have here, no, the EH or extraordinary heroic in action, no, everyday scenario. So let's just look, no, at how EH shows up in our everyday work. So we have here, no, sa extraordinary, no. So this means going beyond what is expected, no. So for example, no, kahit hindi mo direct TBA or task, no, you suggest improvements for the team, no. So in our context, no, it could be preparing ahead of time, no, for client meetings, even if you're not the one presenting, no, just to make sure everything runs smoothly, no. So that is actually going the extra mile, no. That is actually extraordinary na. And then for heroic naman, no, taking responsibility for a team mistake, no. So this is about responsibility and courage, no. So for instance, when there are delays from our staff or teammates or subordinates, no, we don't tell the client, no. Like for example, we do not say na, sorry, mabagal kasi yung staff, mabagal kasi yung leader ko, no. So no, we don't pass the blame, no. Instead, we own it as a company, or we own it as a team, no, as a firm, no. And then we fix it internally. So same thing the other way around, no. Kung merong pagkukulang yung mga managers or leaders natin, so we don't push it down to the staff. So that is about being heroic. That is heroic leadership, no. It's about protecting others even at the cost to yourself. No? Remember na tayo as one firm, no? We represent ourselves as one firm, no, to our clients. No? So extraordinary plus heroic, no? So now, no, when you put the two together, no, it becomes powerful, no? So imagine this, you improve the process so the client has a better experience, and at the same time, you shield your team from unnecessary blame, no? So you're not just solving problems, you're actually building trust inside and outside the firm, no? Kasi tignan nyo, if yung outside natin, pinangalagaan natin, pero yung internal naman, no, yung inside naman is chaos or hindi siya maayos, no. So hindi pa rin siya okay, no. So dapat we build trust inside and outside the firm, no. So that's what EH leadership is all about, no. Everyday choices that show courage, service, and genuine care for others. Okay, so we have this question, no, how can I focus on my growth if I have to look after the growth of others too? Possible ba to focus on your own growth while you are also looking after the growth of others? Possible ba to? Because growth is a shared journey, no? So helping others grow sharpens our own skills, no? So for example, may specific tayo na TBA, like example, for example, gumagawa ng tax computation yung staff. So, habang gumagawa ng tax computation yung staff natin, yung subordinate natin, no, nag-grow siya nun kasi gumagawa siya ng tax computation. So, paano tayo nag-grow nun? So, tayo, syempre, as leader nila, as superior nila, mapipilitan tayo na aralin yung tax com or i-update kung ano yung alam natin. No? Mapupush tayo na mag-grow, no? Kasi alam natin na tatanungin tayo, alam natin kasi iko-coach natin sila, kasi i-guide natin sila. So, possible siya, no? We can grow ourselves while also looking after the growth. Okay, so we have here practical tools, no, for junior leaders. So as junior leaders, no, hindi kailangan na malaki agad yung actions natin. No? Sometimes it's the small and daily habits that build trust and influence. So ask powerful questions, no, instead of giving all the answers. No? So instead of always telling people what to do, no, try asking, what do you think is the best approach? No? So this helps your team think for themselves and grow. No? Pansinin niyo siya kapag siguro yung iba dito na may mga leaders, no, na kunwari meron silang tinatanong and then pinabato kayo ng tanong din ng leaders niyo, no, that is not for you to para pahirapan kayo, or hindi siya dahil sa hindi alam ng leader niyo. It is actually to help you think and also to know ano yung stand niyo doon sa question, no, doon sa situation. Use we more than I, no? So leadership is about collaboration. Siyempre, hindi naman tayo magiging leader kung wala tayong i-lead. So always use we more than I, no? Saying we accomplished this, no? Instead of I did this, makes the team feel valued. No? Remember, success is shared. Next is practice active listening in meetings. No? So when someone is talking, no, don't just wait for your turn. Listen, summarize what they said, and respond thoughtfully. No? So it shows respect and builds trust. Next is give recognition frequently. No? Yung mga simple words that good job, I appreciate your effort, no, can actually motivate people more than you realize. Recognition doesn't need to be big, it just needs to be sincere. No? So, hindi naman kailangan na magsabi ka ng good job sa staff mo lang eh. Kahit sa mga ka-level natin, colleagues natin, or sa teammates natin, no, we can say it. And then, apply the pause, reflect, respond method before reacting. So, when we are faced with a problem or conflict, iwasan natin yung nagre-react agad. No? Pause, think about it, then respond wisely. So this shows maturity and earns respect. So these are simple tools, no, but if you practice them consistently, no, you'll see how much stronger your influence becomes, no, even as a junior leader. Okay, so we have this question, no, do I grow first to be a leader? No, nagsa-start talaga siya sa sarili natin eh, no. So before we will be able to lead others, no, we have to lead ourselves, no. But we also have to remember that leadership and growth happen at the same time, no. So hindi porket leader na tayo, hindi na tayo nag-grow, no, or hindi tayo nag-grow lang just to be a leader, no. We keep growing and growing and growing, no. So we don't have to become perfect, no, or to be fully ready before we lead, no. Kasi if that's the case, no, we might never start, no? Because leadership is not about having all the answers, no? It's about being willing to learn, make mistakes, and grow, no? While guiding others along the way, no? So think of it like this, no? Yung mga siguro yung mga driver, no? Yung mga nagda-drive, no? A person doesn't wait to become a perfect driver before actually driving, no? You learn while driving on the road because every trip teaches you something new. So, it is same with us, no? So, when you lead a small team, kahit hindi ka pa fully experienced, no, you learn how to communicate, how to solve conflicts, and how to inspire others while actually doing it. Kaya nga tayo, ang sistema natin dito, no, dito sa firm is that bago tayo ma-promote dun sa next level, tinitrain muna tayo or parang pinapagawa na sa atin yung lagi tayong one level ahead. Then the more you lead, the more you grow. And the more you grow, the better you can lead. So it's a cycle, no? So instead of asking, am I ready to be a leader? Maybe ask if, am I willing to learn while leading? No? Because real growth happens not in isolation, but in action. Okay, next question. If I become a leader, am I still required to grow further? Ito palagi, parang sa buong session natin, parang nakailang beses akong binabanggit ko. Even the greatest leaders keep learning and learning and evolving, you know. Kaya nga we have this snowball effect, diba? No? And we have this yung tagline natin na keep moving forward, diba? Because the moment you stop growing, you stop being effective. And another leadership is not a title you reach, no, and then stop. It is a journey. The moment you stop growing, you also stop being effective. Bibigay tayo ng example, no? A leader who refuses to learn new tools or systems, no, will eventually slow down the team. No? So, we also have to keep up dun sa, uh, we have to keep up to date din, no? So, kung ano yung sa tingin natin mas maging effective sa team natin, sa mga engagements natin. So, kailangan natin siyang gawin. No? So, that includes yung mga paggamit ng tools or ng systems. Also, a leader who doesn't listen to feedback will lose the trust of their people. No? So, through feedback, katulad na bagay ko kanina, through feedback, may growth dyan eh. May learnings dyan. And also, a leader who thinks, alam ko na lahat, will stop inspiring others. No? Kasi we also learn from others. Eh. Growth is not optional, it's part of leadership. As Maxwell said, no, the day you stop growing is the day you stop leading. No? So you don't outgrow growth. No? You grow with leadership and leadership grows with you. Okay, I want to know your answers. How fast, how high should I grow? How fast, how high should I grow? Okay, so we have to remember, growth is not really about speed or hierarchy. So, pag titignan natin, no, magkakaiba tayo ng sagot talaga dito, no? Kasi growth is not really about speed or hierarchy, no? It's not about climbing the ladder the fastest or being the top the soonest, no? Because growth is more about direction and consistency. No? It's better to take steady steps forward in the right direction than to run fast but in circles. Pero, no, we also have to remember that we do not set limitations on yourself, no. Minsan kasi parang naisip natin, hindi naman natin kailangan magmadali, no. To the point na hindi natin napapansin na kaya naman natin ng mas mabilis. Pero since ganun yung inisip natin na hindi natin kailangan magmadali kasi may kanya-kanya tayong phase, may kanya-kanya tayong pacing, no. Nagiging mabagal na tayo kahit kaya naman natin ng mas mabilis, no. So, huwag tayong magse-set ng limitations, no? Don't say hanggang dito lang ako or maybe I can't do that, no? We can grow as fast as and as high as we can, no? Without comparing ourselves to anyone else. Because each person's leadership journey is unique, no? What matters is that you're intentional, consistent, and moving forward. No, so dito nga papasok, no, siningit ko dito yung Parkinson's law, no. Katulad ng nabanggit ko kanina na minsan ang tumatatak lang sa isip natin is hindi natin kailangan magmadali or may kanya-kanya tayong timeline, no. To the point na parang basta tatagalan tayo. No? Pero hindi natin nakikita yung the other side naman na kaya pala natin ng mas mabilis. So, dito sa Parkinson's law, sabi dito, pag more time daw, less effort needed. Kasi we have more time eh. Then pag less time naman, more effort needed. So it's up to us on how we want to grow. So next question, what are the indicators no that you have entered the process of growth? So banggitin ko na lang. So we have here yung greater self-awareness. No? So dito, no, we begin to notice our strengths. Diba nabanggit natin kanina? We already know what are our strengths, our weaknesses, our triggers. So we have greater self-awareness. So for example, no, you might react immediately when criticized, no, but now you pause, reflect, and respond more thoughtfully. No? So kumbaga, through self-awareness, mas nag-improve mo yung sarili mo. You become better person each day. Next is better relationship. So masasabi natin, isang indicator then when you have entered the process of growth is you have better relationships, no? Because growth shows in how you relate with others. For example, you become more approachable, people trust you more, and your conversations are no longer just transactional but meaningful. Third is improved adaptability. No? So now you don't get easily shaken when plans change. No? So for example, no, nagkaroon ng changes sa field work. I know, karamihan sa atin nag-field work or yung iba sa iba't ibang mga lugar pa, no? Hindi lang sa client's office, kunwari sa iba't ibang mga branches or iba't ibang mga factories ng clients, no? Hindi lang sa Metro Manila. No? So, pag may mga sudden changes, hindi na tayo nagpapanik, calmly, you regroup with the team and then you adjust. No? That's adaptability. No? So, that's one indicator that you have entered the process of growth. Hindi ka na nasi-shake. Next is influence beyond authority. People listen to you not because of your title, but because of your credibility and example. So even if you're not a supervisor yet, or maybe you are just an associate now, no, or nasa level 1 ka pa lang, but then your peers look to you for guidance and follow your lead in projects. Kumbaga gusto ka nilang kasama or gusto ka nilang natatanungan, no? Kasi they trust you. No? That's also an indicator. So one way to measure growth is your level of consciousness, no? So kayo sa sarili niyo, you have to mentor how you are improving, how you are responding, and how you are reacting compared to before. So if you can see progress in these areas, no, that's a clear sign you are growing. Right now, based dito sa mga nabanggit natin na indicators, no? Pwede nyo bang i-chat sa chat box kung masasabi nyo na you have entered the process of growth already? Yes or not yet? Going there. Yan, on the process. It doesn't need naman lahat to agad. Kahit may nakikita na kayo dyan, kahit yung greater self-awareness lang, diba? Makikita nyo, dito pala ako magaling. Ito pala yung isa sa mga weaknesses ko. Kailangan kong i-improve. Indicator na yon. Okay. So, I think this is our last slide na. So, before we end this session, no, I just want to leave you with this slide, no. It says leadership growth is not about waiting for the right time. It's about starting now. So my challenge, no, our challenge for you is in the next 7 days, do kahit one extraordinary thing that you can do as a leader and one heroic thing that you can do as a leader. Hindi ko na kayo imo-monitor, no? Hindi na namin kayo imo-monitor sa part na to, no? It's for you to monitor yourself. Sa loob ng 7 days, tignan nyo lang kung, kumbaga parang, i-challenge nyo din yung sarili nyo na gumawa ng isa, kahit hindi lang isa, syempre hindi natin lilimitahan yung sarili natin. Ayoko limitahan yung sarili natin, no? Do something extraordinary about being a leader and something heroic being a leader. With that, thank you so much for attending this session, and we hope, no, that we're able to impart with you the process of growth, no? And we hope na you will be able to apply this to your career, to your life, for you to become, for us to become extraordinary heroic leaders. Thank you, everyone.